2 and 5. Jarrod, what's the feeling around the team at the moment?
Yeah, it's obviously not the start we wanted. A few close games in there that potentially changes that ledger a little bit, but that's in the past now. It's important for us to focus on what's coming on the weekend and move forward with our season. And I think the feeling, like, to answer your question, is still confident. We're still trusting in our process, and we know if we play our football, we'll be a very hard team to beat.
Was it a brutal review after that game? What are some of the themes, I guess, that have come out?
Yeah, we haven't actually reviewed it yet. We've had the weekend off because we had a 9-day break, so we're going in there today, and I'm sure it'll be honest. It always is, but yeah, it's one of those things. We're just taking it in our stride. We know we need to improve as individuals and as a team, and we'll do that. And then we're going to be ready for the Suns, who are coming up and trying to take our scalp.
They said after the game that you were outworked. That must hurt. Were you outworked, or did you feel that your legs were heavy after?
It's a good question. Does that potentially play into our legs being heavy? I'm not sure. I didn't feel necessarily it affected me too much, but we're professional athletes, and we've got to be prepared for short turnarounds and I guess wet games and stuff like that. So we shouldn't hold that as an excuse. And GWS, credit to them. They're full of athletes and really hard workers and a lot of experience in that side. So they were just too good for us.
You obviously got so close to winning a whole lot last year. Do you still feel like that absolute hunger and desperation is in the team?
Yes. Yeah. To put it plain and simple, yes, it's there. Like I said, we just haven't got the results we've been after, but it's definitely there. And when we're not going as well as we want to, like this is where backs against the wall sort of stuff. We like being the underdog, and it's our opportunity to come out and prove to everyone that we are still that side. And we start piecing together a really good season.
They seem to be a bit lost for an explanation of why you guys performed so well against the D's a couple of weeks ago, and then that intensity seemed to wane and come and go. You got any explanation of why it doesn't seem to have the consistency that you were able to produce last year?
I don't think there's one real thing. There's probably a multitude of things, and the media will put their finger on one or two things, but I think just as a collective, we need to be better. We need to, I guess, I don't want to say too much because I haven't actually reviewed the game and I don't know what exactly it is, but I'm sure we'll be able to find that in the coming days, and we'll be able to rectify it because we are an experienced side. We've got a lot of players that have played a lot of games, and we know what is required to play at an AFL level, and I'm confident that we'll be able to get back to that.
The expectation is that if the Suns win this weekend, you guys finals is pretty much pretty tough to come back from 2 and 5. Do you feel like your season's on the line this weekend?
There's always a doomsday scenario that the media make it out to be, but it's an important game, no doubt. But yeah, I don't think it's win or lose. We still play the same way, and it's not like you make it out to be. It's not a doomsday scenario.
Do you feel like the opposition is kind of unfairly targeting Lockie? We go back to the QClash last year, and as a group, do you feel like you need to protect him more, given what happened with Tuchel last year?
Yeah, obviously different coach, so potentially that doesn't come, but who knows? I'll talk to Tommy about this after and see what happens. But he's he's our best player, so we do need to look after him. We do need to help him out through those tags because teams are obviously coming after him and doing that and trying to get under his skin. Unfortunately, on the weekend, it was a retaliation that got called. There was plenty of niggle going the other way that wasn't called. So, like your parents always say, it's always the retaliator that gets caught. So, Lockie will be better next week.
Speaking of parents, who's your dad?
Yeah, Troyser. I reckon he'll have the scarf on with half Gold Coast, half Brisbane. He'll very much sit on the fence.
Just on your brother, like went across to the Suns last year, it seemed like a bit of a depth pickup, but he's become a crucial part of their forward line. Now, how proud are you to see him just really blossom as a player down there?
Yeah, proudness is probably the word that I'd use. To see him, struggle to cement his spot in the Lions, which is obviously a tough thing to do with the forward line that we have, but then go down to the coast and make that position his own under a new coach. You can just see he's playing with confidence and freedom that you need to play with to be a successful AFL player, and it's awesome that Dimmer can bring that out of him, because we knew he's always had it. It's just whether or not the coach had that trust in him to do it, and you can see that he's got it now.
Jarrod, have you ever had to say to him, mate, you can do this, especially after last year when he went down there and didn't probably work out for him? Last year it's important to him.
We're very tight. We speak quite a lot about our footy, about life, about everything. So, I've always backed him in, and I've always told him that, he's good enough to make it at the level. And it's one of those things. It's like I said before, I'm very proud of what he's able to piece together this season, and we always knew he had that in him.
So if there's a ball between you guys on Sunday, why do you win it?
Why do I win it?
Yeah.
Probably because I've got about 10 kilos on him. It'd be like backyard footy. It'll just be one of those things that it was kind of surreal when he come on as a sub last year at the Gabba, but to actually play, I guess, a full game together against each other would be, one of those moments that you hold highest in your career. One was playing with Tommy at the Lions, playing against him as a sub, but I think this will top it.
Would you like to play alongside him again one day?
It'd be pretty cool. Maybe, down the track in local footy, we'll be able to go up to Noosa and play together or something like that.
Where does your contract sit at the moment, though? Are you waiting to the end of the year, or are you still kind of in discussions?
Yeah, we're in discussions, and that's just something that I feel like will just, develop in the background and get sorted out. And I'm confident in my manager, what he'll do, Matt Bain. We've pretty much got a pretty narrow focus on it, and that's me just focusing on my football and being able to play the best that I can play. And I feel like I've been able to piece together a quite a good month, and just let, like everyone says, let your football do the talking.
So much of when you first arrived, the talk was about you and Hugh being friends, and you've been together for a long time. You're a grown man now who's been in the league for a long time. Does his decision come into it at all, or where he wants to play, or have you spoken to him and sticking around together?
Yeah, it's one of those things. I guess there's so many factors to and for. So, obviously it does factor in. It's one of those things. He's one of my close mates here, and it's sort of like we've grown up together a little bit, and it will affect it, but it's not going to be the be all and end all. But I'm confident that he'll stick around with us.
Jarrod, what do you made of the Suns this year?
Yeah, they're going quite well. Obviously, new coach, new game style. They've been chalking up the wins, which is really good, and we always know the rivalry with the Suns is red hot, and we'll be expecting them to bring it on Sunday night.
They've been at fault of just letting oppositions get away to a pretty hot lead at the start of the last two games. Obviously wrestled it back yesterday, but sort of target that as a way to knock them off early and really get in there and put a feel on forward. Yeah,
I'm sure if it's a trend, we'll be looking at that in our Oppo review, but preview, sorry. But yeah, it's important in every game. Every team wants to come out and start well and throw the first punch, as everyone says. But it's certainly something we'll look at.